Hello, my punks. How are we doing today? And yeah, I brought out one of the funny hats today. Because I found, yeah, I didn't. Who cares? Whatever. I don't know. I just felt like it. I felt like it. Like I just have like a bunch of these hats off to the that just remain slightly out of frame, just for shenanigans to appear. I feel the need for them. And like I forgot I had these a little bit. And anyways, yeah, so fuck, let's just play video games. But yeah. Hiding spot games. Hello traveler. Right, we have to meet back at the big creepy. Before I do that. Glasses are a little foggy. Yeah, it took me so long to realize that an easy way to clean your glasses is to just breathe on them and then wipe them off with your a nice clean part of your shirt. I didn't initially, I didn't always need to grow glasses. Then I became a and then I became a gamer, and so I had to get glasses. But yeah, meet back at the big creepy gate. Alright, we know what we need to do now. But first, tell me the things. Hey, I don't need you. I don't need any of you. That's right, you lady with stroller. I don't even need you, because I'm going to do my own thing. Yeah. Sorry I'm a little late to stream today. Full disclosure, I was at my sister's birthday party, and it went on longer than expected. And, yeah. You have to say. Morning, GF. So good about it. Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. But now, it's not all bad. Festival's coming up. Where are my pliers? Need my pliers. The pliers that I use to... Not in my old... There, not there. God damn it. Not like that. But we're just... Spot this old GameStop card. Stop card is not working. Let's say. Okay, bare hands. Let's go. No, I need the pliers. Oh god, this is going so well. One sec. Well, I scoot over here like a mechanic. Well, I guess I'll just turn the fan away. You know what? That'll work. Yeah, we're professional up in here. All right, there we go. I'm not freezing anymore. I'm so fucking blind. I found the pliers. They're right behind my controller. There we go. All right, they're pliers. The festival's coming up. Festival. Old man Valentine used to put on a cockamamie shindigs all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's perennial harvest putting on this one. Why do I feel like I'm so butterfingery today? Absolute butterfingers. I'm fumbling. I am messing up. I am. Who cares? Well, it's Perennial Harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town, as far as I can see. As far as I see it. The difference between Old Valentine and this new Perennial Harvest
Jeff
outfit.
dug through his pockets for a bit.
Difference between an empty soup can and this brown banana. Both of those, but those are both garbage. Exactly. Well, thank you, funny man. Anything new to say? Hey, Kato. He's so cute! Good afternoon, Luca. Can I help you find something? Maybe, maybe not. Try me. Well, there's been some weird stuff going on at the old Valentine warehouse. Can't say I know anything about the old warehouse. But empty hives don't stay empty for long. Huh?
Kato motioned to the book in front of him.
The more I read about bees, the more similarities I see with people. If a hive collapses and it fails, it doesn't stay empty for long. A new queen will set up shop pretty quickly. So you're saying it would make sense for someone new to start using. Nature abhors a vacuum. So, hey Lenore! Oh, how have you been enjoying this little game? I've been liking it. I've always, I remember when it came out in, back when it was just a little demo that I absolutely played it and, like, could not shut up about it. I think I got, like, I tried to convince, like, a couple other friends. Yeah, how are you doing today? I'm a little late behind schedule due to, I was at a birthday party and it went on longer than expected. Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely adore this game. But yeah, so if what the penguin is saying true, yeah, tipsy, tired, and tired, eating pocky. You have too much to drink or something? Or just feeling unwell? It turns out I really like. Did you know they make like a cookies and pocky? I really like those. Those are my favorite. Yeah, yeah, day drinking it with hard monster. That sounds like a very Gravely Core thing. Hey Jace. Hey, oh hey Luca. Have you seen this new Hank Atomic? Not yet. No spoilers, please. Awesome. It's a flashback. Spoilers, please. We get to see how the mild-mannered Henry Adam becomes Hank Atomic, man of spacious. Jace, no spoilers. To chill me out, so I'm not like drawing and can actually read. Yeah, I remember you saying your hand was hurting you the other day. Yeah, take some rest, get some relaxing. Find an old cartoon that you haven't seen in forever. Rewatch it. I've been rewatching Stormhawks, and it's just as good as I remember. I almost started rewatching Megas XLR last night, but then I looked at the clock and I was like, "Oh fuck, it's like 3:20 a.m." Chill with the stream a bit, but I don't want too much spoilers in case I play this someday. Megas XLR is great. It really is, and like, man, I don't understand. I think it was like part of a competition of like pilots, and like whichever was the best pilot got to have its own series. But that show should have kept going. I'm really sad that it only got two seasons. No real resolution. But yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you've have you tried the demo or have you only played or have you only seen trailers and of that sort? Yeah, I recommend this game. It's the demo, like the demo does a good job of fact. Yeah, Jace, no spoilers. But we're not doing anything MSQ, we're just talking to citizens right now. I know nothing, only that you recommended it. Well, oh right. Did say that. God, sometimes I have a bad habit of forgetting of like what I've said and to who. And so I end up saying the same things a lot. I like you. Okay, well, good. We have plenty of cute animal. Oh, sorry. My point is, you're gonna love it. All right, Jace. Catch you later. Roger, Space Cadet. But yeah, I think like we're kind of on our way to some MSQ, but not immediate. But yeah, can I even enter in here? Oh, good. That's Mr. Nuncreed. Fuck that guy. I just say things and then they're gone from my memory to make room for useless trivia. Yeah. Yeah, like, I can't remember shit. I have too much, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Card knowledge. Karibo, 300 attack, Fiend Monster, 200 defense, Dark Attribute, Hand Trap, effect, discard this card from your hand and negate all battle damage from one attack. Hey, Super Polyolly. That's a fun name to say. Meet back at the creepy gate. Yeah. Who all lives in that house? Harris and Gus Valentine grew up. And Solomon moved in a few years back. Creepy little kid in the vest. That sounds like the one. Yeah. I think I recognize one of those tales. I think that's the second one. Yeah, that's... Yeah, Moon Songo, aka Moon Coral now. Yeah. Ah. So there are just people who live in that huge thing. I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really. The Valentines pretty much keep themselves. So it's empty and boring. Pretty much. Waste. My mom says that it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the foul harvest. Oh, that's like the fifth time someone mentioned this foul harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually you're going to explain to me how that harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Most kids would have ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great, wherever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle that.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Goes nothing.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills. Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love, couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here.
I mean, if you're gonna order a pizza, do you really have to go hard with, like, actual plates? Like, that, like, pizza just seems like, well, we've already ordered food out. Do we really need to go extra hard with... Yeah, like, pizza seems like prime paper plate food. The things she's scared about were... Here.
Nellie finally had the
She
job
cared
of her
about, my bad.
dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do
Just
that.
raw dog the pizza, yeah. Yeah. Ah, you're gonna steal the hat? Alright, fine. There you go. You have now committed crimes against nature. And by nature I mean my head. You are now a hardened criminal. For shame. It all starts. It just start. This is how it starts. You steal one hat, and then it moves on. You start doing drugs. You sell your body on the black market. Then 2 weeks later, you find out that that kidney you sold went to your best friend, and now you're just having. Okay, okay, God damn it. I see that. I see that. Okay, here we go. Look, I did. God, I feel like I have residual embarrassment because, like, at first I didn't give a shit. Then I had to do this on camera, like on mic with someone in the collab, and now like now I'm just back to being embarrassed by it. But here we go. Fine, I'll do the roar. Go. There you go. There you go. There's your gal. Uh, so Luca, tell us about a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over on the other side of the river. Your grandma, where are your parents? Where are your parents at? Beck, manners. I mean, valid question, but it's a little tactless, but like, honestly, is that the worst? Is being a little tactless the worst thing in the world? Alright. Oh god. You know it's serious when the music changes. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like, missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to
No,
his
like,
pushing
missing
a pineapple around with
the
his
trains to get back here. Like, what do you think? Back? Luca's eyes were fixed on his plate, pushing the chunk of pineapple around with his
finger.
finger.
Was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very. Oh God. Look at the tears in his eyes. This deer has seen some shit. Poor little deer. Poor little deer. Very good. I have to go back and click over onto it. There we go. Normally we would put more effort into dinner.
Nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We aren't fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, we're just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing. I'm sorry, Luca, this move has had us all a little
Luca
tired.
wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So Beck, you said that you moved here for work.
Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
Oh, fuck! Apparently I have started floating. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, I guess I've achieved wingless flight for some reason. But yeah, Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table. Yeah. Luca, you had one job. Don't talk about work. Ow. I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. Oh, she's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her the newest lead researcher of deep engineering. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. Man, I'm just happy to get to make a difference in the world. Perennial harvest is the forefront of evolving agriculture. So you're saying if there was some weird plant experimentation, maybe that, I don't know, may have caused a foul harvest or something of that nature. It might have been perennial harvest, you know? Because I'm getting big mad science vibes from perennial harvest. Just putting that out there into something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement onto the
Luca
ground.
glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
What Nelly means, Luca, is that there's different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow their loved one to pursue their dream. How about them local sports teams that I totally know about? There we go. Yeah, them ball foots. Yeah, that's a thing, right? Yeah, can we? Fuck, Beck, chat. We need a quick chat. We need a conversation change. We need to change the topic. You swore you didn't.
Beck slammed her fist into the table, perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca, how about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rolo soon.
Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here.
Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. You at the festival, Beck. Ooh, she flipped her coin. Wait up. I'll walk you home.
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rolo could be prickly around new people.
I shit love pizza. Yeah, who doesn't love pizza? I mean, I guess even pineapple on pizza is a valid choice, sure. Yeah, that's a thing people do. And they're valid for doing that, yeah. I will say, though, it's okay to be wrong. Surprised Luca turned around. He knew Rolo could be pricklier.
But Beck seemed cool. Rolo would warm up to her eventually.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hopefully. Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him. The clouds above him began to rumble, break. Okay. So we have a bit of a plot choice here. You know what? Things are already pretty rough here. Let's give them some let's lighten the mood here.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Oh yeah. Hey, cosplay bug, how are you doing? Yeah, how goes? How are you like working on YouTube sketches, by the way? How's it treating you? Pretty okay. It can be slow to start up. Sure, you can meet Rolo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rolo I'd tell him
Luca
about...
stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promise to tell him what? Spit it out, Bob. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you've got to tell me. I could just, not tell you. Okay. You can come to the tree house and I'll tell you both what happened. About to play some Danganronpa next on VR chat. Wait, what? What is Danganronpa next? That sounds interesting. Oh wait, is it like Wolf, but you do it in VR chat as Danganronpa characters? Is that what? Ah, excuse me. Is that what I'm getting? Sorry. This house is so sweaty. I can never. It's either I'm freezing or I'm cooking alive. One or the other. It's literally Danganronpa and you play as characters. Okay. I should probably play Danganronpa. Boz gave me a copy of the first game and I have yet to get it. Maybe I do it with friends. That way I wouldn't have to do all the voices. Like, it seems like a fun game. Oh, that feels nice. I'm turning on the fan with my pliers. That's just... I lost the handle like a while back, and since then I've just been using my pliers. But yeah, I am literally in love with Nagito from the second game. That's certainly a character, I think. But yeah, heck yeah. Alright.
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town. Luca saw Beck skulking by the gate.
What's up? So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about that place? It's mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spiked gate, looming mansion, rich reclusive owners. God, this is starting to... She's got a point. This is starting to sound like a Scooby-Doo episode. It even smells shady.
Grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You will reveal your secrets to me. What'd you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide. That's Eris Valentine. Who's she talking to? Shh. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned, there's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. And if that means making some unsavory alliances, so be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. This is what I'm talking about.
His voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff, man. Someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh. I think I know what's going on. You do understand that when this inevitably fails, I will deny everything. I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on Ruker's face. Yes, the truth will come to life. I'm so surprised that you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, is that change is painful. I was expecting shady, but that's just flat out supervillain talk. If you don't mind me asking, why are you doing all of this?
The mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
It was Grandmama! Oh, I was betting on it being Grandmama. Family.
A chill ran down Luca's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
An answer I can certainly respect.
Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need lessons in rousing suspicion.
Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night. Chapter 5. What big ears you have! Lucas sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet.
Chapter 4 was relatively short. He browsed right on through it. It was mostly like active dialogue and whatnot, so very little exploration, but still. That shivering in the house, staring at his feet.
After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
So I wonder if it was like raining like our alternative option said. Would we have just head straight for the treehouse? What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my gran. That was your gran? Yeah. Well, okay. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. Okay, there's nothing there. Like, every time we cross that one image, I think about the kid telling us, like, how there's no beetles in the area and, like, how all bug life has kind of, like, vanished lately. Which can't be a good sign about, like, for this small town. Like, bugs are kind of important to the ecosystem. Like, I'm a big dumb lizard, and even I know that. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
Clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's. P's and Q's? What are P's and Q's? Like, I've heard the other, but...
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
Is this something to do with nuance? Like how a P and a Q look very similar? Mr. Nuncreed arms crossed over his paunch and gave an exhausted sigh. If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely. If you'll just sign here acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility.
I mean, he's offering it, man.
Then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Fuck, can we dodge this guy? I mean, part of me... Okay, the gamer inside of me is like, go talk to him and whatnot. But because, like, yeah, you want to get all the dialogue. But, like, my instincts are telling me don't talk to him. So let's talk to him. Hey, hi, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, let me give you some advice. Next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give them a good hard bop right in the kisser. Oh, Grant tells me to keep away from the clipboards. That's good. That's good. Grant is a smart lady, Luca. Speaking of which, sorry, we gotta go. We don't want to hear you being all creepy about our Gran again. You better run along home now. Too dark to be wandering on your own. Okay, so it wasn't super important. Who dis? Wait, I want to talk to the crocodile lady. Yes, she has new foot text. The answers you seek. Okay, sorry. The answers you seek will be revealed to you in due time. The question is figured in tone. The question is the figure in tone. Are you prepared to live with the truth? Okay. Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the perennial harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino, extra foam. Let me think. Decaf. Yeah, nothing weird there. Just why? I don't know. I just thought it was a little odd. Weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you bright and early tomorrow. I can't wait. Hey, the guy sleeping in his chair is gone. It makes sense, it is pretty late.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
Oh right, the festival banner that's been sabotaged by two little kids. William and Kerr Gustine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner. It's all coming together quite nicely. I couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
Yeah. I'm not so sure about that nonsense. That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions. Yes, she has been indisposed as of late. She doesn't look much like me, does she? Oh no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy, of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The history of the museum adds a real air of an important to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Pecan Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. You're darn tootin' he was.
Kerr locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
Kerr is this guy. Okay. Yeah. But I mean, the entire Valentine family. Present company included. Can I ask you, can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. Why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I never felt like one needed a compelling reason to throw a party. Not just the festival, all of this. There's gotta be like 100 down on their luck towns out there. Why is this perennial harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines? Oh. You know what I love most about the agricultural business? Seeds. Seeds? Yep, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
Sorry about that. Had a little burp. You treat a seed right. You nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. You see potential here? Undoubtedly. The seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge. And the right leadership, of course. Oh. Good night, Mayor Valentine. They even got the futuristic doors. Old Pickler's Pond. We can't talk to him. Wait, I'm curious about something. Nah, never mind. I don't know why, but the fact that the light... Wait, hold on. There are two lights on. This light and this one office in Perennial Harvest. And it's a corner office, so... You know what they say about corner offices, right? Usually it's like the big execs, so that might be Kerr up in there. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Brainstorming, really. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rollo like? Rollo, he's Rollo. Not particularly helpful? Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest. Okay, it's about damn time you tell me what this foul harvest thingy is. It's kind of a long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay? There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal fertilizer. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So the Valentines grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most of everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Or maybe it was something in the water or air and oil. Nobody knows, but all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines. The foul harvest. Yeah. The Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. The next year the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right. It's sort of a crapshoot what happens. And no one knows why? Nope. I take it Rollo's farm got the short end of the stick. Yeah, for some reason their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. Yep, first thing they did was give the town a bunch of deep scrub. Wait. Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels one town over for a week while they decontaminated the groundwater. We better get going. So they kicked everyone out of town for a week. I imagine that you could do a whole lot of something with everyone out of town for a week. Okay, I kind of want to hit this up a little bit. I don't remember if we got any new bait. No, we've used all of these. Okay.
Luca placed a sinker sometime.
Alright. We don't have any new ones, so we can just move on. Meet Rollo up at the treehouse. It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rollo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rollo waggled his head with pride.
You find me spared no expense in construction. Excuse me. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey Luca, you know the security concerns we talked about? Yeah. While I was waiting, I made some improvements. let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. That's a car fucking door. Oh my god. He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. Lavish. Okay. We got a new word. So that should be good. It will either be useful at the diner or... Oh. How much junk can we litter? I'm going for the world record of kick the can. Oh. No more cans to kick. That's just a shame. Oh, it's like the fence puzzle from earlier. All right, moving target. Where did you guys get all this junk in the first place? There's a guy in a town. There's a guy in town named Jeff. He trades us junk for snacks. Junk for junk. Oh, junk food for junk. Nice. I mean, honestly, I'd do the same. No. Pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative. I'll give you that. Look, are we sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Well, thanks, I guess. Oh, look, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Sucked in a long breath.
So like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters. I don't think so. It seemed more organized. Sorry, I keep burping. Well, the man pulled me in and I saw some sort of equipment running. The man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Then it could have been a woman. How did you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke the mask. They let go and I ran. Dang. Fucking metal, dude. Luca's out for blood. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On the way here, Beck and I saw Eris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rollo let out a low whistle.
Alright, they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. Let me get this straight. There's operations in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. And you were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your Gran in the same suit talking to Harris Valentine. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kind of awesome.
Rollo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. And so we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. And their leader is your Gran. and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged. She's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Ugh. Your Gran is weird, but she might be most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around the day making jam. Secret jam, that is. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know. We haven't talked much since she moved in. Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Do you know your Gran before? No, not really. It'd been years since I had seen her. Luca, don't take this the wrong way, but are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
The winter jacket is still there. Okay, so we're on... Hold on. If the winter jacket is still there, and Beck has yet to get hair in her, goo in her hair. Let me look up the tree. We met with Roxy, Hector, and Hazering. Right, we're on weather, if that's correct. Right, so none of that happened because that's all in this timeline. Also, this art is so cute. God, I really want to learn how to draw with pencil and pen. Like, look at that shading. Love it. Like, the style is so adorable. Sorry, I'm done. I'm gawking at the art. Look at Gaze out the window. Hey, I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since we showed up. Oh, since she showed up. We could say the same thing about your family, but you're right. Look at your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always say folks only bury stuff worth digging up. That's a cool phrase. I kind of like that. Only bury stuff worth digging up. I mean, we did bury a bunch of ET cartridges out in some desert somewhere because the landfills wouldn't take it. And I don't, from what I've heard, those are not worth, very much so not worth digging up. We need to investigate your house. If my Gran is really hiding something. Don't you think I would have noticed by now? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. We can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. Count me in.
Chapter 6. Secret Lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder.
Secret tunnel, secret lair, through the mountains. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder.
Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it? Sorry, I don't know what it is, but I keep burping. Oh, it's our friends. Oh, hmm? That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. Coast is clear. Yep, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. Game is afoot!
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were Graham, where would I hide my deepest, darkest? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Ah!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps the fire going every day, Rollo. Rat. Maybe already too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash. Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah, the closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first. No dice, it's locked. Well, well, well. Look, stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. Excuse me. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought, I'm going to take this important thing and huck it in a bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well... she's always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway. I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
All right, Rollo. It's your time to shine. Ah, yes. You called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed
Before he
with...
could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick, and every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. Beneath my standing. Not complaining, hold still. Got it?
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
That was anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Oh, like, oh hey. Let me just yank this random
As
teacup
Beth pulled
and...
on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
What? Secret door! Oh yeah. Seems like your Gran has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only 2 types of people have secret layers. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do you think she is? We're about to find out. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe. Wow. Yeah, this can't not be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusion. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution, explosive, and jam jars. Enough of jam to fill the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your grand making? Okay, we got incendiary. You wouldn't have had me walk around delivering bombs, right? Only one way to find out.
Casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
I knew it! She was using the jars to deliver secret messages.
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Miss Fratelli. A grand jamgram? It says, last night I used to disguise the Harris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Oh man. Are they doing ice? Wherever it is, it can't be good. So more a bombshell than a bomb. Am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Oh yeah. Alright, what's in here?
Jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
What do you got there? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Documents such as this are like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. There's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of a prominent scholar and dense documents. And cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Wood. Sorry, one sec. I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep like wanting to burp and shit. I guess I'll just drink more water. Hey, Katie. How's it going? All right. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes the soreness in muscles or joints. It's similar to symptoms exhibited by Miss Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. Wait.
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
There's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Roby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something else. I'm fine. I have a vacation for a week until my college continues, but how are you? I'm doing good. We're playing some Beacon Pines, and so far it's getting interesting. I was a little late to stream because I was at my sister's celebrating her birthday, and things went on a little longer than expected. But yeah, lots of little kids, some old fogies, and siblings. You know, typical family gathering. I did see a wild bunny on my way home, though, so that was not cool. I didn't think about like snagging the bunny and like bringing it home with me, but I was like, nah. So it might be related to something else.
Through several more pages.
Here, look. The writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, it progressed so fast. And with his wife passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind. Exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my hands.
Staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say
Lola
next?
rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more. PD, you skip out on free food. I mean, bunny. Look, it was a pretty big bunny. And, I don't know. It looked wild. It didn't look like somebody's pet. No, it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's weird. There's not usually rabbits where I live, but so, I don't know. I figured there was probably, he had his own group of bunny friends somewhere up nearby. Are rabbits known for hanging out in groups, or are they more known for being solos? I know meerkats are like big group oriented. What? There has to be more.
Frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Look, I think that's the only one. Alphabetical sequence. What do you mean enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit!
Luca slammed the drawer shut.
Else in here.
A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure was kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? 'Cause I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Rabbits like to breed, so I think it's a pet if it's there was no collar, and I called my brother-in-law and he asked him about it, and he said, oh yeah, that's just a wild rabbit that just likes to hang around the neighborhood. Yeah. But yeah, they live in like a fairly suburban area next to a lot of farms. Not too far away from some farms. It might be, it might have a hole nearby or something. There's plenty of big open area there. Me, I live near a ditch, and like it's mostly more main city like. I don't know. It's kind of like woodsy suburbia, I would describe it. But like packed woodsy suburbia. Not a lot of like woods per se, but yeah. Like the woodsy feel is more of like an aesthetic than actual like woods. Like there's not enough trees to get lost. Also, thank you for the head pats. He's just tracking the movements of everyone in town. out of the kindness of her heart. We put little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My moms are both on here. Both with question marks. So we know Mr. Nuncreed is definitely not an ally, and he seems very much in on it. The clipboards, that I suspect they are. And then her moms, they seem too nice. Didi, I'm still broke from giving you 100 head pats. Aww. Call. Okay, not much. Gus Valentine has a question mark. And the Heiress has a question mark that has been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. Killer has chosen her next victim? Don't know what any of this means. So, if the Duchess was a former enemy of the conspiracy and is now a confirmed ally of the Grand, that would kind of make sense with most of the marks. Don't know what any of... Well, whatever it means, it's probably not good.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rolo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Like there's even a pathway drawn on it. Starts at the entrance to town. If we
Rollo
follow
carefully
it,
traced the path with his finger. He
right to
jabbed down at the end point.
town square. That's the fountain in the middle of town. Your place to hide treasure. Bro, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the map, the end of the path on that map has as well as those explosives. So it's not. Gran is a terrorist? Is Gran gonna plant explosives? A real bummer. So what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? Festival? Gulp? Just say gulp. Kind of feel, this feels like a kind of, like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. Just gonna blow up the festival! Not if we stop her. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
That was the front door, which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. The lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Hello.
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep.
Okay, I recognize that silhouette. That's not Mr. Nuncreed. That is... The guy is being bad at being, what's the word? He's the melon farmer guy. He's the guy who's... What does it mean to be, like, stealthy, but to act more so in a public and acting natural kind of way? Oh well, he's bad at keeping a low profile. I'll say
As
that.
he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice thump.
Woo! I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here to help. Just.
At the bottom step, the man paused.
I'm missing context, so I agree with you, DD. Yeah, you would just have to watch the previous VOD. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting, search for the. Huh?
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
No.
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Roll up. Serious creepy man? You in there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rollo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You clobbered him good, Rollo. You knocked him out. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver?
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
Oh man, our Gran is an explosive terrorist and now we're just gonna commit torture. Sure.
Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go.
Mm-hmm.
They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They'd run the classic good cop, bad chill cop interrogation.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
Not torture, just beating someone for information. That's pretty much torture. I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell
He
rung.
looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really, Rollo. Just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. Kids give old Haram a good scare. Let's just get out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my Gran's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my Gran up to? If you'll cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No? And since your Gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? Just... all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town. Archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes.
Luca gestured to the corner.
A pointed, funny word. Luca gestured to the barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an
Luca looked again
explanation.
to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings.
I say you untie his hands, but keep him tied to the chair still everywhere else.
Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good line. This all makes sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
See, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
The past that must be brought
He
to.
punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
I knew it! Light. Son of a.
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rolo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. Unless adults
They
handle
looked
this.
bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck. Good gun,
They
good
heard
cop,
the
bad cop.
staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
Alright. So we tried that. Everything's been checked to... We could try a rumble. Let's try rumble here. Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks off? Hold on. Yes. There we go. Oh, good stretch. This is a good track. I like this. Sure we can make it home before the storm kicks
Luca
off?
surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch a cold. Luca, Nella will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guess. Man. You know what this kind of makes me want to do? So I have a piece of art that I did in the past. Let me see if I can find it. Character art, Twitch desktop, art. One sec. Just saw it. Okay. This one. I have a lot of fun doing this art. Control T, Control F. There we go. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making this art and like looking at like not necessarily the environment, but like the art, the background behind it kind of makes me want to do more of this. And yeah, I don't know, I kind of just like it. It looks really cool. Random image. Yeah. Yeah, if anybody wants that art, never mind. I was, I don't know. It was like, I don't know, it was like I wanted to take a crack at making a background, and it was one of my first attempts at doing so. But yeah, I kind of like doing like art of space because it's not really anything descript. There's no hard lines or anything like that. It's just gas and like pockets full of space. And just, it's really a lot about the colors that you use. So I dig it. What's here?
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and the Fair Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry, was this from your old school? Most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards, some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing when you have, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. Flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them, is all. Oh wow. Roland and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. Mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. He seems pretty awesome. He gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. When she does have time for... Oh wait, so when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech compensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Ah, shucks.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
Looks wild. What is it? Gum? Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed on that one for 47 days.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Superhero landing! Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest, it hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you looked cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
You ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. You ever feel it ever? Does it ever feel like like your family doesn't care about what you want? Sorry. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
That I feel to a T. I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. One thing my dad told me when I was little: don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you tried to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then what do you do? And you don't know what to do. God, this is making me think of an old Boondocks YouTube clip where it's like, I forgot how it goes. Damn it! It's like something about what you do what you can, and like what you can't. Oh, I don't know. Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own though. Gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know, something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe! Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. Things are gonna change.
Let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Well, let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere?
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. You do realize that our parents would be like, "Oh God, what are they doing up there in the up there upstairs?" Oh, I actually feel better.
As it began, the storm abated.
Thanks, I needed that too. I should head out before the rain starts up. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rolo at the festival. Sounds good. Okay? Don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rolo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rolo was still his best friend.
Aww.
Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Catch up with Rolo at the treehouse. I wonder what kind of encounter we'll get this time. Oh. Yoink. All right, fine. You want? Which hat do you want? Which hat, Katie? What do you want? You have this hat, you have this hat, and then you have this hat. Which hat do you want? And then there's this hat. You know what? Because I can, screw it. We'll just do all the hats. Like with chat? Okay, we'll do it. You know what? I feel like the witch's hat should be bigger. Let me change that. There we go. Now for this encounter. Hey Dawn, tracking down the lead. That heard a juicy new rumor. Hey, welcome Raiders, welcome. Hiya Scuffle, how's it been? What were you up to? But yeah, we're playing Beacon Pines, a kind of not really scary video game, but more of a delightfully spoopy type deal. But yeah. Yeah, let me shout you out. Exclamation shout out SCUFF. Deluxe. Yeah, what were y'all up to? I just want to make sure. Oh wait, this capitalization is a little off. That might be it. There we go. Second time's the charm. Yeah, we're playing Beacon Pine. So basically, to give you so the way this game works is, and I'm glad you asked, Scuffle. Basically, when we go, actually, I can show you. Okay, never mind. I can't show you just yet, but once we're out of the conversation, we can. But to briefly explain it, essentially, this game kind of plays a little bit like a choose-your-own-adventure type deal, and you unlock words. And when you unlock a word, you can supplement that word into a situation, and depending on which word you use, things may go differently. And so you try to use what you have, and you can go down one route as far as you can until you run into a point where you get a bad ending, and then you go along one of the other routes you've unlocked. And so far, we know that there's something weird going around in this small town, and there's some mysterious things going on in the abandoned factory, and that's all I'll say for now. But yeah, welcome. You were playing Dark and Darker. What's Dark and Darker, if you don't mind me asking? I've never heard of it. But yeah, I heard a juicy new rumor. Oh yeah, I got it. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I can show you. I just wasn't clicked on it. So like, yeah, because so this was like the base. So like, as we make decisions and whatnot, the options will split off, and then we'll get more and more decisions. So like, at first it didn't make any difference, but right here there was a difference. So like, we get stopped by this girl, these two girls here, and depending on what we choose at this point, either we go to a certain location by ourselves, or we are able to take our friend with us. And due to that having impacts on things, different plot lines develop. And so, yeah, different things will... And so, yeah. So far, we've done all of this side of the route, and we haven't really gotten too far. So now... And then we went this way, in which we got locked in the basement when going down this route. Now we're kind of branching off from weather. And we're going to see what that unlocks for us. And hopefully, by doing this, we'll be able to either get a word that'll allow us to progress down here, or progress somewhere else, or maybe we'll reach the end of one of the scenarios. But right now, we're talking to our local bat friend, who supposedly likes to investigate people and get the latest news. He's like a little reporter. But yeah, I heard a juicy new rumor. Also, every character in this game has their own little unique, like, Animal Crossing, like, beep boop. Their own signature beep boop. DD, I'm hitting the hay. Good night. Everyone also give your, a hat. I don't understand what you mean there, but, like, have a good night. But yeah, turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance, they were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that the heir had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo. So the heiress was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it that old Sharper was sowed some wild oats. That explained the way Harris treats him. Oh, so he had an illegitimate son, and so he wanted to look after them regardless, and so he made it like, in order to get my inheritance, you must look after my son who you must look after my illegitimate son. So that makes sense. Poor Solomon. How'd you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Alright.
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
Alright. But yeah, this game has a wonderful art style, and it's really nice and lovely. I definitely recommend this game to anyone who has ever wanted to try a visual novel, or anyone who already loves visual novels. Yeah, it's great. Oh yeah, it's the Crocodile League. He met his old friend's eyes, and it was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens. This was no time for a fractured friendship. What did that mean? Excuse me, what are you doing? I'm just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means that all the festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. Storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we're all decided to... You all decided... Yes, sir. I'm unaware that your job involved deciding things. We are all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future. Yes? Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town we failed them? No? Then we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got Of course not, sir. But then it's decided. We'll work till the task is done. That you do. Our harvest awaits. Ooh. The clipboards! The clipboards are eerily intimidating a little bit, just because there's so many of them. But still, like that, just to see them a little terrified was a little unsettling. Old Pickler's Pond. Oh yeah, we got new words now, so we can maybe unlock a new memory. So like with each and every, so like this is one of the, there are two like flashback moments, and with every word you collect, you can kind of use it and you'll get like a different, you might get like additional dialogue and context for. So we've just unlocked Pungent.
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
Give it a good cast now. But yes, there is a fishing minigame. But yeah, the main character is called Luca Van Horn, and the old man, the mysterious guy sitting next to him, is his dad, who died who you start off this game, so it's not really a spoiler, but he's been dead for a while now. Property of Sharper Valentine figures. If he had it his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Can we give it back to him? May not even want it back. Man's got a contentious relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. That was that. We just exit this memory. We'll just proceed onward. Rolo, are you still up there? God, I love the fact that the treehouse door is like just an old style car door. I'm sorry, Rolo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back, never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my friend abandoned me for no reason. I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar! You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. Well, storm rolled in out of nowhere and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's
Luca
house.
stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you. And you were off making new friends? God, this feels like a telenovela. It's not like that, Rolo. You know, while I was waiting here, I made some upgrades to Mission Control. It was gonna be a surprise. But you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you. But I kept my word. Because that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. You to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want. And you won't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rolo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe pause right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your pause nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my pause still. Oh, fuck, Rolo, no. No. Rolo, you went too far.
Words hung in the cold night air. Rolo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line, but it was too late.
Luca, Rollo. Well, that went well. Now what do I do?
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Rollo! What a jerk. Call me a bad friend. Ooh, I'm Rollo. Look at me and my amazing family. Guess I'm just never supposed to make new. Oh.
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Look, are you alright? Fine. Don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've got to run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Alright, one sec. Alright, there we go. I bet Rollo's still going to the festival. Oof. I bet she's gonna be miserable.
Luca dozed off again.
I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? Wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. But
Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
I think we gotta kick the ball into that. There we go.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday, a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind, but it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca, another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Moudwill. She said you met yesterday. What'd she say? She here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. Seems nice, yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. All right then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table. Man, boy has not eaten at all today. At some point, he's going to get hungry. In case you want a bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source? Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself.
Hey, Garrett, welcome. We're playing Beacon Pines. It's a really good story.